What's up, peeps? We are live on both Facebook and on YouTube for a little Nightcap with Scone. Let me tweet out this link real quick. We're going to get rolling here. Rolling. What? Keep rolling. What? Okay. Yes, I definitely just did a mini Limp Biscuit impression there. Okay. Bada bing, bada bang, bada boom. What y'all say, brah? Okay. YouTube. Give me... No, I can't do that. I was going to try to send the YouTube link out to my text community as well, but I'm afraid that may mess up the YouTube stream, so I'm not going to do that. All right. What's up, everybody? Good evening. Welcome to Nightcap with Scone. Thanks so much for being here, hanging out with us. If you're on YouTube, do me a solid. Please hit the like button. That is massively important. If you are on Facebook, like and share. Like the page, share the post, like the page, share the post. Don't be a square. Like and share. Appreciate y'all for hanging out as always. A little Nightcap with Scone tonight. We are... got a very special Nightcap with Scone tonight because I am going to be sampling a rarity, which I'm very excited to tell you about here tonight. And we will answer your questions. So NFL schedule release, y'all fire away if you got questions, comments regarding that. And anything else you want to know. You want to talk some LSU baseball? Let's do it. You want to talk a little LSU basketball? Fire away. LSU foosball. You know the drill. All right. Bada bing, we're good. All right, let's say some good evenings. I am going to be sipping tonight. If you heard AFR, I mentioned this on AFR today. I'm going to be sipping my sample of the Screw Cancer Barrel Pick from Bourbon Society of Baton Rouge. Let me go ahead and drop this in the YouTube comments as well. It is there on it's pinned on Facebook. Let me go ahead and drop it in the YouTube comments as well. If you're not familiar. Bourbon Society of Baton Rouge, pretty cool group. Y'all have heard me talk about them often. This is the Bourbon Society of Baton Rouge Glencairn you get when you join as a member. One of the things that they've done exceptionally well is they've used the hobby as a fundraiser as well, which I think is awesome. Their latest is raising money for the Leukemia Lymphoma Society of Louisiana, so the funds stay local. They created with Sugarfield Spirits, which is based in Gonzales, a barrel pick of their MGP sourced juice. They finished it. It is twice blessed, as they say, and this is a sample of the juice. They are selling the barrel pick, you bottle the barrel pick in a collector's box. Along with that, it's $268, and I'll explain. It's the bottle, it's the collector's box. It is 5 entry tickets into their rare whiskey raffle. In their raffle includes a Van Winkle Lot B, an Old Forester birthday bourbon, a George T. Stagg, Elijah Craig 18. I mean, some amazing heavy hitters in their raffle. Oh, those tickets alone are $15 a piece, and a $100 donation to the Leukemia Lymphoma Society. So the $268 is a heavy price tag for some, I understand, but it's also not just for the bottle. It also includes the tax-deductible $100 donation to Leukemia Lymphoma Society, the Screw Cancer raffle tickets, 5 of them, the juice, and the box. So anyway, I'm excited about this. This is the Screw Cancer sample. So we're going to go ahead and pour that. We are going to really enjoy this. I'm going to let this open up a little bit. Super shout out to David Steele with our Bourbon Society of Baton Rouge for providing me the sample so we can do this tonight. Happy to help a great group of people raise money for a great cause. So drop your comments. Let's say some good evenings. I'm going to let this open up and then we'll get rolling. Jason Truax, Kirk Taylor, Scott Thibodeau, what's up? a little Port Orleans Clemson IPA. There you go. Jonathan Martin, good evening. Blaine Smith, Saints schedule release open against the Packers. So the schedule leaked earlier today, and so we talk about the Saints schedule release the day after it's released. Well, it was leaked earlier today, so we went through the whole schedule today on AFR. Thrice they go back-to-back road games, 5 nationally televised games, including back-to-back Thursdays, Thanksgiving at home against the Bills, and then the following Thursday at home against Dallas. So they'll open up against Green Bay in the Dome. Saints an early 1.5-point favorite in that game against Green Bay. Maybe, just maybe, a little hint that perhaps old Aaron Rodgers might not be there for Green Bay in that ball game. Where are we? Pat Huseman, good evening. A Wild Turkey 101. Yeah, let me know what you're sipping. Drop that there in the comments. Alex Roboleski, do you think Paul Murray will retire after the year still? Yeah, Alex, look, I've been pretty consistent on that from the beginning of this year, man. And I know you've watched a lot of the videos here and listened to content. I've been pretty consistent on that all year. That it would not surprise me at all if Maneri retired after this season. We've literally said that from the beginning of the season. For a lot of different reasons. His desire was always to coach through his current contract, which is 2024. And I think there's a lot of things that have happened in his life over the past couple of years that have maybe accelerated that timeline. And then this season, obviously being a struggle, certainly didn't help. But I think, yes, I've said that from the beginning of the year. That just wouldn't surprise me at all. So. Carrie Hughes, Limp Bizkit. I once went to a Limp Bizkit and Linkin Park concert in New Orleans. I remember that concert. Rogers Whitlock, sorry, punked out on you, but at least it's a cab aged in bourbon barrels. Rogers, there's no punking out anywhere here, man. My whole thing about spirits is it's meant to be enjoyed. You find what you like and you enjoy it. If it's Sazerac Rye whiskey, if it's Sugarfield spirits, if it's as our buddy Kirk is drinking little Port Orleans or Zach Streif beer, whatever it is. If it's your cab, whatever it is, man. Whatever makes you happy, you get into it, man. Trent Davis, I see 10-7 from that schedule. So interesting, Trent. You know, the Vegas over-under was pegged at 9.5, the win total. So 10-7. I know that sounds weird, right? Normally we're used to would be 10-6 or 9-7. Well, with 17 games now. The thing I'll tell you to consider is remember, you've got one extra road game this year. So 8 home games, 9 road games. I'm a little bummed about that, man. So I hate how that falls. Now, in years where it falls in the Saints' favor, that's great. But this isn't one of those years, and so I'm a little bummed about that. But 10-7, man, I think 10-7 would get you in the playoffs, probably as a wild card, but get you in. Kirk have to do something for the big Cowboys game. So, look, I'll tell you another really cool thing that happened today, and I need your feedback on this. Dead serious, need your feedback on this. So today I was in New Orleans at Sazerac House. I went to meet with our friends over at Sazerac. They did an annual renewal, so they remain for another year, the official whiskey sponsor of AFR, which I'm very, very excited about. Great people, obviously a Louisiana company with great history, and I love their product and all that sort of stuff. But one of the things they want to do now with COVID restrictions lifting is they want more on-premise stuff, where maybe I do an AFR on-premise. We do like maybe some listener watch parties on premise, some meet and greet stuff on premise at the Sazerac House. Y'all got to let me know if, number one, if y'all would be down for that. And number two, what kind of stuff you would want to do. Like last year, we had that big sweepstakes where we went and had a Monday night, did AFR at Sazerac House before the Saints Chargers Monday Night Football game, and then people, the winner, You know, I think the winner plus 15 or 20 friends, whatever it was, got to come to the Sazerac House, watch the game. It was catered open bar. It was awesome. So stuff like that. So let me know if y'all got ideas. Rode Yule. What's up, Go Bengals? Houday, I guess is what they say. Blaine Smith, LSU looking like it'll have multiple athletes with gold medals in the Olympics. Sha'Carri Richardson is a monster. I'm really, really pulling for her. That'd be phenomenal to see her win the 100. Rusty Gomez, special bottle. Great whiskey and great cause. Absolutely. Let's get into this. So again, this is, if you're just joining us, the Screw Cancer Barrel Pick. This is a sample of it from the Bourbon Society of Baton Rouge. In the comments on both Facebook and YouTube, I put a link to where you can go purchase this bottle. Even, look, if you can't swing the $268 for the whole deal, that's okay. You can also buy raffle tickets for their rare whiskey raffle. They got some really great bottles in that thing as well. And the tickets are $15 each, and the money goes to the Leukemia Lymphoma Society. So either way, whichever you can do is fantastic. So cheers. Let's get into this. That is fantastic juice. David said it was. A lot of full flavor, very bold rye, tons of spice on the palate, really nice long finish. It continues to open up. Really, really fantastic. They did a wonderful job with that. This is a straight rye whiskey, as I said, twice blessed. I don't have the tasting notes in front of me. David showed them to me, but I'm not going to go dig them up. I'll let you figure that out on your own when you sip it. But a magnificent bottle for a great cause. So if you can, check the pinned comment on Facebook or in comments over there on YouTube, and see how you can buy one of the collector's bottles and make a donation to Leukemia Lymphoma Society of Louisiana as well. Let's see. Zach, thank you, Rusty, by the way. So Rusty tagged somebody in the comments. I would love it if you'd share the post, but even if you can't share the post, if you would tag someone in the comments on Facebook so they could see it, that would be great. Reagan Lee, Matt, shoot me straight. Does Edo have a job after the NOA on the football team? So Reagan, I would never lie to anybody. I will tell you that there is a tremendous amount of uncertainty. And I'm not answering your question directly because I don't know the answer to that question directly. What I have no problem telling you is that there are people of influence internally that want that change made with cause right now. That shouldn't surprise anybody. Just when you look at the severity of the allegations, but it's not just Ed, but understand there are people internally who want that change made for cause now. Throw on top of that, now you asked about the NOA. My feeling, Reagan, is that at some point this summer, that NCAA, the Independent Review Panel, the Rice Commission, my feeling based on conversations I've had, etc., is that I would expect an NOA for basketball this summer. At some point, let's say before football season starts. I believe, now I want you to understand that this is speculative on my part, okay? This is me piecing together a lot of information that I know, and then making an educated guess based on information I have, et cetera. Someone said NOA. NOA is a notice of allegations. That's when the NCAA basically says, here's what we're charging you with, sort of thing. NOA, notice of allegations. Thank you for asking the question, because I'm sure you weren't the only one that didn't know. LSU is desperately trying to get the football case cleared up, because what you want to avoid is having level one violations in both football and basketball, because if that happens, then the NCAA can slap you with lack of institutional control, and that's a big problem. So remember, the football program, as it relates to the NCAA, is not having to do with the Title IX stuff yet. It's the Our Lady of the Lake stuff, Vidal Alexander's dad, Odell Cash on the field after the championship game. That's what football's dealing with. So LSU is desperately trying to get the NCAA to accept their punishments. I mean, that's why LSU imposed the bowl ban this year. It's why they reduced scholarships over 3 years. Like, LSU has self-imposed punishments, and they're trying to get the NCAA to say, we accept your punishment, case closed on football. But the NCAA hasn't done that yet. And this is where the speculative part comes for me. If it comes down to it and the NCAA says, all right, we need basketball to fall on the sword for football, I think LSU would absolutely do that because they protect football. You have to protect football. That's just the NOA stuff, okay? Now, Reagan, if you're asking about all the Title IX stuff, then revert to my initial comment where I tell you there's people internally that want not just Ed, but many people fired for a cause right now. That on top of, let's say, a 7-5 season. It's gonna be very interesting, to put it that way. Let's see. Zach Lee, what's up? Michael Sutherland, what's up, man? Michael Sutherland is an AFR texter. Of course, you can always text me in the 225 at 396-4400, 396-4400. Hey, YouTube, would y'all bear with me for 1 second? Bear with me. You stay here, Facebook. I want to, I see 35 of you watching right now. I want to take the YouTube link and I want to text it to my text community. So y'all bear with me just for 1 second. All right, orientation is blocked. Hang on 1 second. Share, copy. Stay here, YouTube. Please just stay here with me. We're still there. Yes, we're still here. Okay, good. So I just sent that out to like 1,000 people. I just sent the YouTube link out to about 1,000 people in my text community. So awesome. All right, let's see if we can pump up those YouTube numbers a little bit. Oh, we went from 35 to 23. Okay. Anyway. All right, let's hope that number spikes a little bit here when I send that out. Scott Lumine, Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel, one of my favorites, Scott. Elijah Craig's fantastic. The EC Toasted is awesome. Let me jump over here to YouTube and give y'all some love. Thank y'all so much for watching YouTube. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to the page and like this post. Hit that thumbs up. It is so massively important as we keep growing the YouTube channel that you hit the thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you so much. Ted Campiso, Schnugelheimer, what's up? Andrew Repass, Scone, greetings from Pasadena. Who would you prefer to replace Pulmonary, Sully or Vitello? So, Andrew, okay, I'll bite. Let's just say LSU has been and already is doing their due diligence to answer that question. Honestly, for some time now. I don't think Vitello is a possibility. I think Kevin O'Sullivan is certainly whenever Nikki Fargas the word first broke and leaked that Nikki Fargas was. Look at that, we're up to 60. Thank y'all so much for jumping in here, YouTube. Please hit the thumbs up. Thank y'all so much. When Nikki Fargas, when it was announced that she was resigning, if you remember, the very first name I blurted out on AFR, because that news broke on AFR, the very first name I blurted out was Kim Mulkey. That wasn't by accident. I will tell you, if Pulmonary does in fact retire this year, I do think there will be equal attention given to Kevin O'Sullivan. And if not Kevin O'Sullivan, I think Cliff Godwin would be your answer. But how about this? Let's go win a series against Alabama, and then go win a series against Texas A&M, and get in the damn NCAA tournament. Like, dig yourselves out of a 1-8 hole and play in the postseason, because the postseason is more fun when LSU's in it. It's more fun doing my job when LSU's playing baseball in June. And this team has played well enough that they deserve to get a tournament after the way they started. And I'm pumped to see them. To everybody who just joined us here on YouTube, if you scroll back in the comments, I'll post it again, actually. I am sampling today the Screw Cancer barrel pick from Bourbon Society Baton Rouge, a fundraiser for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society of Louisiana. If you're interested in one of their custom barrel bottles, link I just posted. All right. Ryan Dunn. I'm not Scone, but I'm going to tell. Christopher Bua, guaranteed the national basketball media we're going to lose our minds if Ty Washington went to LSU. I think when you got Xavier Pinson, that ship probably sailed, but still to have a hat on the table is a big deal. Cliff Nelson, what's up, man? Saints taking an L versus Dallas. Sorry to let you know, sip it on Buffalo Trace. Cliff, you've had too much Buffalo Trace if you think the Saints are taking an L against Dallas. The Cowboys are awful and are going to be awful again this year. Andrew Repass, little Bookers, there you go. Travino, some wild turkey. I agree. Blah, 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 let's see. Schnugelheimer, Sazerac field trip. Who wants to go on a party bus? So, I did have a conversation with David Steele from Bourbon Society Baton Rouge, and he was interested in getting a bus or two and taking Bourbon Society Baton Rouge members to the Sazerac House for like food, tasting, all that sort of stuff, tour. And I floated that idea today to the marketing promotions people over at Sazerac House, and they were all for it. They are like, come on, y'all. For those who just joined us, I had a big meeting at Sazerac, big renewal meeting at Sazerac this morning in New Orleans, and they were awesome. So come on. They were like, come on, we want people. We're ready for events. Let's get it done. So yes, that's going to happen. Brant Grace, be down for the on-premise stuff. Good. Elias Karam, which game is going to be the one where we give Drew a proper Superdome goodbye? Great question. Yeah, if he's doing studio work for NBC, it might have to be one of the Sunday. Maybe the Sunday. No, Dallas is Thursday night, isn't it? They have a Sunday night game at home against Tampa, so maybe the Sunday night game at home against Tampa. Michael Cobble, what's up, Cobbs? How'd you get that beard to look so full and vibrant? Well, Cobbs, part of it is just genetics. The same genetics that gave me a full dark beard also gave me a bald head. Win some and lose some. The same genetics that gave me really good teeth. I've never had a cavity in my life. Are the same genetics that made me blind as a bat. Shout out to Dr. Blake Williamson for LASIK. So genetics, that's all. Wesley Randall, it's his birthday. What's up, Wesley? Happy birthday, bro. Lane Ward, Jason Keene. Hope you and the family are good. Thank you, Jason. No way Dallas is losing to Jameis Winston. Get ready, Cliff. It's coming, bro. You just don't realize Dallas sucks. Has for 20 years. Gulf South, thanks for the reminder text. I'm glad I did. Thank y'all for watching. PFran70, so you got the inside scoop. So PFran70, I'll tell you this. I'll repeat something that I say very often. How you handle sensitive information determines whether you continue to get sensitive information. And there's a reason why when it comes to something regarding breaking news, I've never been wrong. Because I don't talk about stuff I don't know. Now, you want to talk about your opinion on a game or something like that? Sure. I mean, sports. Sometimes you pick wrong, whatever. But with respect to stuff that's really important, Wesley Randall, O'Sullivan is overrated in my opinion. Wesley Randall, that is a dumb comment. A really dumb comment. Graham Nash, McDonald from Louisville, not happening. Joey Edwards, the Hudco hat is fired. Thank you, Joey Edwards. By the way, let me give my plug to Hudco Roofing. If you're watching on Facebook, by the way, Hudco's tagged in the post. Awful weather this week, all the rain, a lot of people having roof issues. Let me especially say, if you happen to be someone watching who lives in Ascension Parish, in particular near Highway 73 or 74, Prairieville, Geismar, Dutchtown, your area got hammered by hail a couple of weeks ago, and insurance companies are buying roofs left and right. If you live there or know someone who lives there, please call Hudco. Before you call your insurance company, please call Hudco. Let us come to your house. We'll do an inspection. We'll put together a full inspection report to submit to your insurance company. If it warrants, we'll meet the adjuster at your house, work with your insurance company to get your roof replaced, and all you pay is your deductible. It's a very easy process because we do all the work. So please call Hudco or HudcoRoofing.com. GNC Greg, Matt, why would Kevin leave Florida for LSU? Just seems like a lateral move. Greg, I'll put it to you this way. LSU has more people at a midweek game than Florida had at their national championship celebration. Why would Kim Mulkey leave Baylor, where she's won 3 national titles, for LSU, a place that's won none? Sometimes there are just different forces at play, man. And with O'Sullivan, I'm not telling you definitively he would, by the way. I'm not saying like, done deal. I'm just saying it's more realistic than you think, and that I would have thought at the start of this season. Oh, the Dallas Cowboys fans, they're getting uppity. Elias Karam, what's up? Garrett Oliver, what's up? Nathan Allen, Dallas isn't awful, just wait. Been hearing that for 20 years, Nathan. Nice. Keep it up, bro. 25 years, excuse me. David and Marrero, Dallas will never return to glory under Jerry Jones' leadership. So true. We have 55 watching on YouTube, only 32 likes. If you're watching and you have not yet hit the like button, please do. If you're watching and you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please do. That is massively, massively, massively helpful. Thank you so much. Casey Smith, who would you want as Paul Maneri's replacement if he does make that decision? Kind of went through that. I think O'Sullivan's got to be your first choice. Kirk, Matt, your taste of Omaha will be in the mail tomorrow. Thank you, Kirk. Appreciate that. Tiffany Monette, sipping a little wine tonight, loving the conversation. Thank you, Tiffany. Thank you for being here. B. Bennett Bass, Cadillac High Baseball, go Bears in the quarters. Yes, indeed. How about that? Loved seeing them beat St. Paul's last week, so I can rub it into Haldane. Kerry Hughes, I'd fly from Chicago for an AFR onsite at Sazerac. Come on, Kerry. We'll make it happen, Doc. Let's see. Kirk, I'd be in for the Cowboys game. Let's do it then. Just want to come hang out for the pregame. Yeah, maybe Thursday night. Maybe Thursday night would have to be the case instead of Monday Night Football. They do have the Monday night game against Miami, but it's like 2 days after Christmas. I don't think that would work. Pat, wouldn't it be killer if next year the Saints play in the AFC North? We can all fly up, wear purple and gold, and Cincy, hit up the Bourbon Trail. Yeah, Cincinnati does border. I mean, it's right across the river from Kentucky. I mean, you're right there. Where are we? Zach Lee, in your opinion, 1, 2, or 3 this weekend? 2, Zach. I think they get 2. I think LSU does win the series with Bama. Bama took it on the chin this past weekend. They are the currently today, Baseball America released their new regional projections, and presently they have Alabama as the very last team in the field. So if LSU takes 2 out of 3 from Bama this weekend, theoretically, flip flop going into the final weekend. It's my hope anyway. Brandon English, what's good, man? Brett Allen, thank Hills is intriguing. Should be a good one. Glad that's at the Dome. No, that's in below. No, that's at the Dome. Grant Wallace, will he'll return to the postseason? No, Grant. UCL, man. He had Tommy John. He's done for a calendar year. Rodeo. Grant Wallace, game 1 back in the Dome is going to be special, especially outside the Dome. If y'all missed it today, so we had Adam Troutman on AFR today. He's always been really good. Good to us, generous with his time, all that sort of stuff. And he made a great point I didn't even think of, which is, he's like, man, I just can't wait to have my first game in the Superdome. And he meant, and what he clarified was like, with fans, to hear it. Like, he's never played in an NFL stadium with a crowd. How wild! So like so the rookies will experience, but even all the second year guys, they've never. Jameis Winston has never been in the Dome for a home team with it full. I mean, it's crazy. Scott Lumina, you got it going on from the nose down. Well, you can't. I mean, I don't even argue that. I mean, the nose is big, and some people think about it. Erica calls this my shelf. Right here. That's part of my nose right there. And then I'm also a little flabby too. I mean, I've lost some weight, which is great, but I don't have great physical genetics. Anyway. Brian and Annie Penn. Good evening, Matt from West Monroe. Will Wade killing at recruiting? The Saints have a manageable schedule. What say you? Oh, you know what? I like to see SEC story to do something about the earthquake game. What do you think? Can't wait to see Skip documentary. So, the Skip documentary is going to be awesome. Hold that rope. Looking forward to it. Not this Sunday, but next. There'll be an event at LaBerge where they'll have the world premiere of it, and then it'll air the next night on that Monday. That'll be an awful lot of fun. When ESPN did like the 150-year celebration of college football, and they went by decades, they did a thing on the earthquake game. But it hasn't been a whole documentary on it. I know that SEC storage stuff, they kind of have to divvy it up, right? You can't do so many on one school. So, they did like the Book of Manning, about all the Mannings. They've done a lot of different ones, but, I think they did the Charles, Bo, and Big Hurt, whatever they called it, for Auburn. So they've done a lot of different ones, but, they did a Warren Morris documentary. They did a Lolo Jones documentary. I can't remember if they've done an LSU football one yet. I don't think they have. But now the Skip Urban one will be the third, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway. So yes, Godwin is the coach at ECU. Yes, Reagan. Let's see. Brant Grace, Cowboys fans saying they're good, has the same energy as Longhorn fans saying the team is back. What is it with Texas? Kyle Milliken, the paper bag Aints days are a distant memory. Yeah, Kyle, that's true. But you're always, look, did the Dallas Cowboys, after winning 3 titles in the 90s, think that they would go 25 years of irrelevance? Success can be fleeting. You make the wrong hire, you draft the wrong player at quarterback, set you back half a decade. And then if you make another mistake, you know what I mean? I don't want to go back there, I'll tell you that much. Desperately don't want to go back there. Joe Delmonico, Ole Miss worse than Bama, or Cowboys fans in delusion? Well, I don't think Bama fans are delusional, bro. I mean, they're just better than everybody. Cowboy fans are definitely delusional. I don't think Ole Miss fans are delusional. Um, you know, I think they've got some penis envy because they've never been good at anything. Let me rephrase that. They've never been elite at anything. But delusional? Yeah. Gulf South. Chance of the baseball coaching search being fumbled around like the last football search was. 0. Said the day Scott Woodward was hired. Most influential decision that LSU's made since hiring Nick Saban. I mean, do you realize that they just hired a basketball coach that won 3 national titles and pulled her away from her current school? You see, the thing that I've said about Woodward is he's tactful. When do you ever hear Scott Woodward do an interview? Not often. He doesn't want to exist in the public. He wants his coaches and players to be front facing, and he wants to do his work in the shadows. So, I mean, all the stuff. I mean, remember, the news broke about Nikki Fargas leaving, and it was 2 weeks before LSU made that official. And they made it official on Saturday, and then they made the announcement about Kim Mulkey on Sunday. Tactful. That's what Joe Oliva wasn't. That's why Joe Oliva was the worst athletic director. One of the reasons Joe Oliva was the worst athletic director I've ever seen in my life. On top of instructing every member of the athletic department in an email from his very traceable LSU email address to violate federal Title IX law. Anyway, Joe Oliva fires Les Miles, has no plan. I am the search. No, you're an idiot. Joe Oliva tried to get Jimbo Fisher, had the deal done, but because he didn't go through the proper steps with the university president beforehand, they fumbled it at the goal line. They had the deal done with Tom Herman, and because Oliva is gutless, he didn't get on a plane to go meet the coach that they had been courting for 3 months. Anyway, I know what y'all thinking. All y'all going, no, Tom Herman leveraged LSU to get more money out of Texas. Bullshit. Anyone who tells you that don't know shit. Doesn't know shit. Period. One day they're going to write a book about that. One day. Anyway. Said it the day that dude was fired, get down on bended knee and thank the sweet baby Jesus that Joe Oliva is far, far away from my alma mater. Anyway, the point is, Joe Oliva was awful. Scott Woodward is tactful. There's a reason he got it done to get Jimbo away from Florida State. He got it done to get Chris Peterson away from Boise to Washington. He got it done to get Buzz Williams from Virginia Tech to A&M. He got it done to get Kim Mulkey from Baylor to LSU. Dude's tactful. He's got a political background. He knows the calls to make, the buttons to push to make things happen. And he knows how to do it quietly. So to your question about fumbling a search, what are the chances? None, David. Oh, sorry, that was not David. That was Gulf South. None. There's no chance it gets fumbled. You got a guy that doesn't fumble those things. Ball security. Kentrell Boyd, Saints Cowboys watch party, set it up. We're trying to set some stuff up at Sazerac House. We'll see if that would be like an open thing or if that would be like the sweepstakes that we do where it would be a winner and some guests. But we'll work it out for sure. Cliff Nelson, how is Dallas irrelevant when they consistently draw ratings and are the most valuable franchise? You Saints fans kill me. Cliff. It ain't about TV ratings, bro. Paris Hilton gets TV ratings. What are you talking about, bro? Ain't won a damn thing in 25 years. That's what I'm talking about. Dallas hasn't won a playoff game in 25 years, man. Maybe one. Come on, bro. Like, I'm punking you because your franchise ain't done shit in 25 years, and you're going to talk about TV ratings? Cliff, I love you, bro. Come on, dog. Married to an Ole Miss fan. They can't talk much, even when we have a terrible baseball season. I know. Elias Karam, as Matt says, make them say no. David Wallace, what are the chances Woodward already knows who he wants to take over for Pulmonary? Very, 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 very good. Munchie 1127. Latoya evidently said she believes the dome is going to be full because the vaccination rate is really high. The vaccination rate is high, and the infection rate is non-existent. It's less than 1%. The fact that that city isn't completely open is ludicrous. Dude, I was down there today, and the fact that, like, you still have to wear a mask and take temperatures and shit is bonkers. Bonkers. Did you see Cody Worsham interview with Kim Mulkey? This woman gives me goosebumps. Winner, winner, winner. I did not see it, but she is a winner. That's why she's won 3 national championships. It's Gino, Pat, Kim. I mean, there's 3 greatest women's basketball coaches in the history of the sport. Kobe win. Mike Bianco for LSU. Not happening. Craig Dugas. Rarish Reserve. Rare breed Russell's Reserve. Okay. Garrett Oliver, bring Javi back. Not happening. Jason Keene, desserts covered if we have a watch party at Sazerac. Oh, Jason, what's up, man? So, Jason, I'll tell you what, Jason, do this, man. Put your website in the comments. Give a plug, man. Jason brought us some desserts up to the station a few weeks ago. A big tray. If you saw my Instagram, that tray of desserts. They're out in Denham. Excuse me. And he was good enough to bring some desserts. Man, them cake balls were on point, bro. I had one, and I ain't gonna lie to you. I had one. Or maybe 2. But I enjoyed it. Let's see. 504 Hot Boy. Saints going 17-0. Get out of here, bro. I would be in a transitional year where you're replacing the greatest player in the history of the franchise. Where lost so many defensive guys. I think the Saints' first 22 could still be competitive with most anybody in the league. Not better than anybody in the league, but competitive with most anybody in the league. I think their depth has taken a big hit this year. They go 10-7, get in the playoffs. Playing a first place schedule, I'd be down with that. Wesley Randall wouldn't hate it. Feel like the guy at Louisville would be the first choice. Wesley, he's not leaving Louisville. Period. I'm not guessing, Wesley. I'm telling you, he's not leaving Louisville. William Ingeman, Makers 46 cast strength. Good choice. Brandon Reese, see the Saints have a Thanksgiving Day game again for a 3rd time in 4 years. Hey, look, man, Brandon, I'll tell you this. Cliff is watching. It's the price of being relevant. The Saints have been relevant. The Saints are an interesting team. So they're going to get primetime games. Man, it was a long time. As a kid, I loved Monday Night Football. The Saints were never on Monday Night Football. It's because they sucked for so long. What we got? Allen, is Aaron Rodgers a quarterback for the Packers in the season opener? I can't see him in another uniform. You never know. Brett, I'll tell you this much, man. The fact that Vegas has the Saints as a 1.5 favorite over Green Bay tells you they don't think he's going to be there. And the fact that Denver is a 1-point road favorite over the Giants week 1, tells you they think there's a pretty good chance Rodgers could be in Denver. Janet Anderson, can we get some companion shows this weekend? Janet, nope. Hate to tell you. Maybe Friday, but Saturday I will be in Houston for UFC 262, and Sunday I'll be driving home. So Friday, let's shoot for Friday, but that's our only shot this week. I'll shoot for Friday, Janet. Deal. I'll shoot for Friday. Mark Bork, good evening. Grant Wallace, quarter looks like Mardi Gras every weekend. The Dome will be packed opening weekend. You're damn right. Reagan Lee, comforted to know we could potentially need to hire a football, baseball, and men's basketball coach, and Joe Oliva won't make those decisions. Thank God for Scott Woodward. Hey Reagan, let me one modification to your comment. Thank God for Scott Woodward, but more so, thank God for Richard Lipsey. Richard Lipsey swings a bigger stick with more influence than anyone I know in this state. He got King Alexander fired. He got Joe Oliva fired. He got Scott Woodward here. And he is one of the linchpins because of his relationship with Scott Woodward that gets a lot of these deals done. Coaches' deals. And coaches' deals that they're working on. So thank God there's a guy with that much influence who's willing to use it. I'll tell you this, Richard Lipsey, who's a wonderful guy, by the way. If you don't know anything about him, look him up. Amazing. I mean, he owns Lipsey's, which is the largest wholesaler of firearms in America. He was, when he was in the Army, he stood watch over JFK's body after his assassination in Dallas. Like, amazing story. I mean, Richard Lipsey, amazing. Anyway, but he loves LSU. He loves LSU. He loves his state, and he saw how things were going and was like, this ain't happening. So he flexed his muscle, and thank God he did, and is continuing to do so. And Richard Lipsey's wife is Susan Lipsey, who's a wonderful woman as well. When I don't, y'all. Oh, it's okay. Can y'all see? Can y'all see that purple, like next to the Dear Drew book, that little purple thing right there? That's a sash from when I was on the court for KKDL, Carnival Crew de Louisiana. Richard and Susan Lipsey, they were the Grand Marshals. So I first met them and got to know them then. That was 2017. Susan Lipsey is the biggest LSU baseball fan you will ever see in the history of your life. And so if there's going to be a change, and I think there's a really good chance there will be, you better believe that Susan might push Richard to be like, hey, let's make whatever happen. Anyway. Trey Morgan, All-American, freshman All-American. Joe Delmonico, any companion shows to bet? Talked about that. Oh, let me go back. Oops. Bubba Tatum just left Rays Yankees game. Nice to be at a live baseball game. How about that? Bubba down in Tampa. Craig Dugas, you planning a beer bus trip again this year? Maybe switch it up. Let's hit a few bars to do some flights ball. So Craig, I'll tell you, Jay Ducote and I were discussing that. But the next one we were planning on doing was in June, and doing a Baton Rouge brewery tour. So see if we can make that happen this summer. But yes, we are. You gonna watch a Preakness Saturday? Nope. Getting on the road to Houston, gonna watch UFC 262. Eric Wilderrider, placing any bets on 262? Probably not, Eric, but I am fired up about it. Wesley, know a guy that says Lipsey is the guy to get anything done. Wesley, you don't need to know a guy. Richard Lipsey started a freaking blog and a Twitter account who who openly lobbied to remove King Alexander and Joe Oliva. Wesley, you don't need to know a guy that says, I'm telling you right now that I am someone who is very much in the know, and there is nobody in this state with respect to goings on at LSU that has more power, influence, say, leverage than Richard Lipsey. Period. And thank God for that man. Thank God for him. He was the dude with enough, who wielded a big enough stick, who stood up and was like, enough of this, and ran King Alexander out of here, ran Joe Oliva out of here, got Scott Woodward here, and he ain't done either. I'll tell you that much. Cliff, Dallas 3 playoff wins since 09. Saints have choked away at least that many. Underachieved with a Hall of Fame quarterback. You put Breeze in those Dallas teams, same time period, have more than one Super Bowl. No. Poor Cliff. Cliff, I don't exist in a world of hypotheticals. I don't exist in a world where you just get to make up things and say, put Breeze here, we win more than one. Things that are completely indiscernible and not able to be proven or disproven. So you can have that. What I'll tell you is it's been 25 years and Dallas hasn't done jack shit. I love you, Cliff, but come on, bro. I mean, you built a really shiny stadium. Your owner is a complete egotistical maniac who is an awful general manager and can't get out of his own damn way. His ego ran off Jimmy Johnson and sent that organization into a quarter-century spiral. So, what it is, bro. Enjoy drafting a speedy wide receiver. Or something. My guy. Cliff, I'll bet you anything Dallas doesn't win a Super Bowl this year. Or next year. Or as long as Jerry Jones is the owner. Scone, when Woody got hired as AD, you said it was the single most massive hire at LSU since Saban. You couldn't be more right. No one knew who was in control with Oliva. He was a complete embarrassment to LSU. Yes, he's the worst athletic director I've ever seen. Kirk, did you answer my question about your opinion on the Saints schedule? Did when we started, Kirk. I think 10-7 would be a nice bounce back. Not bounce back. Would be a nice year. 10-7 post Breeze. I mean, you're playing a first place schedule. I hate that you added a game and it's on the road against a playoff team in Tennessee. The bye is early. I mean, they go 10-7. I'd be pleased with that. Let's see. As long as Will Wade stays, I'm in like Flynn. Graham Nash, do you think any news about Maneri's future will leak before the end of the season or whenever it's over? I'll tell you this, Graham. This is what I'll tell you. And this is why I got pretty fired up about this a few weeks ago. Paul Maneri, if you look at Paul Maneri in a vacuum, okay, forget about LSU, forget about the history of the program, just forget about college baseball. Just look at Paul Maneri. The man's won a national title. He's got a national runner-up. He's been to Omaha 5 times. National seed a record 6 consecutive years, and is the winningest active coach in college baseball. At literally any place, literally any other school, they are building you a statue. You are the greatest coach in the history of the program. But not at LSU because of Skip Urban. and Skip is the greatest ever. And you can't be better than the greatest ever. But what Paul Maneri's done, when the day comes that his time at LSU ends, I will not allow LSU fans to shit on him. I will not allow it. Scorched fucking earth. Okay? Because he's unconventional. There have been disappointments, no doubt. I'm not saying he's flawless. But his record over 15 years is fucking amazing. And I would trade, considering post-Skip you went Smoke Laval, and then you followed up with Maneri, who inherited a shit show and has made you nationally relevant again for 15 years and kept this a showplace, even though they haven't won another national title since '09. He deserves the opportunity to call his shot, however it's going to be. When that information is going to come out is when Paul Maneri wants it to come out, which is why I went scorched earth a couple of weeks ago. People out here trying to make their fucking name on shit like this. Come on. You don't think everybody who does this for a living gets tips, knows information all the time? That's how this works. You don't run out as soon as somebody whispers something in your ear and blurt it out to the masses. What did I say earlier? How you handle sensitive information determines whether or not you continue to get sensitive information. That probably ain't the answer that you were expecting. But Graham, my point is, whenever Paul Maneri wants news to come out is when it should come out. With a story like that. With a man like that, with a legacy like that, with a career like that. Period. Kyle Milliken. So if we go 500 worse, Coach O is gone. I'll say yes, but I don't think they go 500. I'm hopeful they go 9-3. I think 9-3 is realistic. I think it's very doable. And if they do that, they build toward 2022, which I think could be an awesome year. Munchie, Underhill has 12 wins, too optimistic. Yes. Look, here's the reality, man. If you want news, go to Nick Underhill. Because the Saints feed him stories. If you want opinions, don't go to Nick Underhill because the Saints feed him stories and he'll never say a thing negative. That's how that works. That's what happens when you want to be a news breaking guy. You don't get to have opinions. I mean, I love Derek Panamsky, for example. Derek's a friend and has been for a long time. Derek's opinion on shit, I don't care at all. Because Derek was a shill for the program. I mean, when Derek and Jordy did the show together, I don't think Derek ever picked LSU to lose a game ever. But that's okay. That was his role. But that's how he was connected and got information, all that stuff. But it's the same with Underhill. Underhill gets information, but he'll never say anything bad about the Saints because he gets information. So, okay. I mean, there's just very clearly defined lines there, right? 12 wins. 12 is, Vegas has it at 9.5. Could they win 12? I'm sure, I guess, but come on. Jeremy Brinkmeyer, I know we basically have everyone back this year for football, but with us struggling so much last year, I'm not excited as most people. Am I wrong? No, Jeremy, look, listen, I've said this 100 times. You've heard me say it. Just because you have everybody back from a team that wasn't very good doesn't mean you're better, right? Those guys have to improve. Now, look, in 2018, the offensive line sucked. The whole unit came back in 2019, and they won the Joe Moore Award as the best offensive line. So, that's the hope, right, Jeremy? It's let's hope these units that struggled a year ago that are back improve. Can it happen? Shit, yeah, it can happen. It happened 2 years ago. Had the greatest season ever. Now, I don't think you have a Joe Burrow on this team, obviously. But I think this team has enough talent to go 9-3 and build toward what could be a great 2022 when the guys who were freshmen last year, Max Johnson, Keishon Butte, BJ Ojolari, Elias Ricks, when all those guys are juniors, that could be a squad. That could be a squad. Well, let's see. As of 2 years ago, the Cowboys had a 500 record since their last Super Bowl. You can't get more average than that. Poor Cliff. I wonder if Cliff bailed. Cliff's probably mad at me. I need to call him tomorrow. Big Cliff is. Cowboys suck, but anyway. Wesley, I agree about Paul. He's legendary to another school. He's been good here. But it's time. Eric Mulkey tearing up when she mentioned Maneri says a lot. Fair to say she knows a good coach when she sees one. Dude, Paul's influenced a lot of people, man. 15 years, he's influenced a ton of people. Like, I get it. It ain't been perfect. People haven't been pleased with postseason losses. It's also been an education for LSU fans to realize what it's like in this age of college college baseball. But yeah, man, Paul's a great dude. Like, I'm just not, bro. I'm telling you right now. The day that man leaves, and the first time I hear anybody try to shit on him, I'm going scorched earth. I'm telling you, like, it will not in my realm. All right, where we're talking, be it here or AFR or wherever, like anybody that tries to shit on him, you are getting bitch slapped. You are getting verbally bitch slapped in the face. Don't bring that to me I'm telling you, when that day comes, I'm fair warning. Get in the mood just thinking about it, bro. Let's see. Sanjay Gorer. Mulkey's a better coach than Saban. Different sports. Come on. Not apples to apples. Let's see. Juge STP. What are the 3 losses for football coach? Oh, what's up, dude? Is Andrew? Which Juge STP? What's the name there? So, by the way, go follow Saints Happy Hour podcast. For those who don't, go subscribe to Saints Happy Hour podcast. 55 watching on YouTube. I love it, man. Y'all hit the thumbs up if you haven't done it yet. Over on Facebook. And if you need a roof, call head coach. Thanks everybody's hanging out, man. Appreciate y'all. Look at Kirk, my guy. Thank you, Reagan. Appreciate that too. So I think you're losing to Bama because it's Bama. And then you've got the home games against Florida, Auburn, A&M. And I'm hopeful you can win one of those. So you go 1-2 in those games. You lose to Bama. You're 9-3. I am flat terrified of the Mississippi schools this year, of going on the road to Mississippi State and Ole Miss. I'm terrified LSU is going to lose one of those games. And I think if they do, that's what's going to knock them to 8-4. You lost to Mississippi State last year, and Ole Miss is only going to be better year 2 under Lane Kiffin. I am terrified of losing one of those games. And I think if they go 8-4, it's because of that. Cliff Nelson, I'm here. Used to Cowboy haters. Cliff, I'm not a Cowboy hater. I got plenty of respect for the organization's history. I'm just realistic enough to know, but the Cowboys, people talk about them because America's team and all that stuff, but some teams are more interesting when they lose, right? Like Notre Dame football, 2-10 Notre Dame football is more interesting than 11-1 Tulsa, right? Same with Dallas. You know, they're interesting. They're not good, but they're interesting. Let's see, Elias, can't wait. There are so many people trashing the soft-spoken legend. Brown Bear 765, you to Matt. Thanks for the recommendation on the YouTube channel on crypto. Bought some of my first crypto. I'm telling y'all, hey, if you're one of the 55 people watching on YouTube, listen to me. Listen to me real carefully. I'm going to change your life. 54. Somebody just missed an opportunity to change their life. Hang on. For the 54 watching over there and the 24 watching over here, I'm going to change your life. Crypto assets. I'm not even going to say cryptocurrency because I don't think anybody's going to use it as currency. Maybe eventually. But crypto assets are a generation, a once in a generation opportunity. There are people who are becoming literal millionaires every single day because they took the time to educate themselves on crypto and to understand what is happening. I fell down that rabbit hole about 4 months ago, had my aha moment. I have already, after 3 months after making my first investment, tripled my initial investment. %1 of the world's population presently is invested in cryptocurrency. Roughly 15% of Americans. The opportunity now isn't as great as it was 4 years ago, but it's still unlike anything that has happened in my life, my lifetime. For your sake, for the sake of your family and your future family, do some research and start responsibly buying cryptocurrency. That's what I'm going to say. And Jeremy Brinkmeyer, I would not suggest Doge. No, I would not. If you want to pump anytime Elon Musk tweets about it, okay. But I do not believe there's a long-term opportunity with Doge. It's a meme coin. There's not an opportunity there. There are opportunities with things like Cardano and Polkadot and other things that could challenge Ethereum, in the same way that Yahoo was first, but Google beat it. Crypto, blockchain technology is Web 3.0, and this is the very beginning of it. That's all I'm going to say. And some of y'all, I hope one person watching right now hears that and goes and does some research and changes their life. And the other 100 of you watching right now, 4, 8, 10 years from now, look back and go, fuck, I remember that night I was watching Scone and he told me about this. I didn't do anything. And you're going to go, I'm an idiot. I'm going to go, yes, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. Bingo. Kirk, Doge is the equivalent to a one-night stand. It's fun and exciting, but has no long-term gain. Bingo. That's perfect. Let's see. PTG Toasty changed my life, Matt. Hopefully I just did. Andrew, STP is an old nod to my grunge 90s taste in music. My burner account, I love it, dude. We are related. Big grunge guy here. Big 90s grunge guy. I got to see, by the way, I got to see Scott Weiland in concert with Velvet Revolver. Not only did I get to see them, I was DJing for Rock 93.7, and I had pit passes and we were backstage. So, got to meet Scott Weiland, got to meet Slash. Great moment. Anyway, R.I.P. Kyle Milk and I have Doge and ETC. Get y'all some crypto. I would not recommend Doge. Not for a long-term play. Honestly, we have a better chance of beating Bama on their field than ours. Look at recent years. Brandon Reese, wouldn't surprise if we can still win double-digit games with Winston. I'd love it. PTG Toasty, my aha moment. Thanks, Matt. Got it, bro. Do your research. Travino, BitBoy Crypto is a good recommendation you got. So look, what Travino just put, if you're on YouTube, just type in BitBoy Crypto. It's the most watched crypto channel. The guy's name is Ben. He's based out of Atlanta. He's 38 years old, and he's not a nerd. Like, he actually has a very real life way of explaining things. And he did a series, a Bitcoin and crypto for beginner series over the past couple of months. So check it out if you're interested in some like ground info. Lane Ward took the deep dive, bought some Ethereum and XRP. I think XRP is, I am about to go heavy into XRP because if they win their lawsuit, they're gonna go to the moon. That's a big opportunity with XRP. ETH is obviously. Got to meet Chris Cornell once. It was surreal, amazing. Lane Ward, I'm in for Crypto School by Scone. I'm still learning too, Lane. But what I know is, it's like this. Here's how I'll explain it to you, Lane. Let's say, here's my hypothetical for you, Lane. Okay, ready for this? Let me paint this picture. Let's say it's let's say it's 1880 and you're living in Baton Rouge. And when it's night, you have to like light a candle and a lamp and shit like that to see anything. And it's just what you've always done. It's what you've always known. See at night, you got, look at these candles on the wall and shit like that. And that's what you see, you light a fire. That's how you see at night, dude. And then one day you take your horse and buggy up to New Jersey. And night falls and you start looking for all the candles and you go, well, where are all the candles? You go, no. No candles. Just flip that switch. We got a light bulb. You go, what? Here, watch. You flip a switch and the light comes on. And you're like, the fuck just happened? You hit that little thing on the wall and that little glass thing on the ceiling gave off light? Yeah, it's called electricity. That's an electric light bulb. It's got Edison in it. Look on the street. Yeah, we don't have like fire lamps anymore on the street. Look down there. It's just light bulbs. That's what we got. Blow your fucking mind when that happens. Right? The first time you ever experience that, you're like, this is going to change the world. We don't need candles anymore. All you got to do is flip a switch on the wall. Like, that's the moment I had about 4 months ago with crypto. It's going to change the world. It's Web 3.0. It's the first iteration of the internet was Google and Yahoo and eBay. And the Web 2.0 was how we all learned to interact with each other on the internet. Like this, YouTube and Facebook and MySpace and Instagram and everything I followed, Twitter. Web 3.0 is blockchain. And the companies that figure out the most effective way to build apps on blockchain technology are going to be the ones that rule the world. But that's what's happening. That's what's happening with crypto, with blockchain. So there you have it. The 51 of you still watching on YouTube, the 20 of you still watching on Facebook, the 71 of you watching right now. Hopefully you take that and you go, and you go, Scone. How about Scone? Shout out. And by the way, I'm about to wrap this up. Shout out to Bourbon Society of Baton Rouge. Let me post this one more time. By the way, if you're watching over on Facebook, pinned in the comments, link for the Screw Cancer Barrel from Sugarfield Spirits. If it's $268, which includes, bear with me, a bottle of the MGP sourced, twice blessed Sugarfield Spirits rye pick in the collector's box, and a $100 donation to Leukemia Lymphoma Society of Louisiana, and 5 tickets into their raffle, which includes Van Winkle Lot B, George T. Stagg, Old Forester Birthday Bourbon, Elijah Craig 18, some real heavy hitters. So anyway, that's what the 268 is for. If you can't afford the 268, no worries. Click on the link. You can buy raffle tickets, which are $15 a piece, 15 each, to get you into the raffle for those rare bottles. And all the money goes to Leukemia and Lymphoma Society of Louisiana. Okay. PTG Toasty. What kind of investment does it take to make some type of difference? Brother, the crazy thing is, there are literally people. There was a story. Now, I would not recommend this, but there was a story of a guy who turned a $15 investment into $5 million. I mean, that kind of shit is happening. Now, that is not a strategy. But learn about the cycles, learn about the markets, learn about the projects, learn about the assets, that are the opportunities that are there. But I mean, if you had $100 and you could 5x your money and then take your profits and then invest that into another more stable coin, or diversify that 500 into multiple coins that have the opportunity to go 5x, 10x, 1,000x, and you grow and you're patient. I mean, that opportunity is there, man. Educate yourself. It's important. Okay. I think we're done. I gotta go study about crypto and sell some roofs. So by the way, okay, last thing, since I just changed your life, here's what I need from you. The 41 of you watching there, the 18 of you watching there. Okay, so there's 60 of you still watching. Of the 60 of you, one of you or someone you know needs a roof inspection. And I would love it if you or that person you know would log on to the World Wide Web to hudcoroofing.com. Top right, there's a contact page tab. Fill out some information. We'll be right in touch with you. We'll come do a free inspection, file a report with your insurance company, get your roof replaced. Bada bing, bada bang, bada boom. hudcoroofing.com. Okay. Kirk, if I would have invested in Bitcoin in 2008, I wouldn't be working right now. I was first told about Bitcoin in 2013. I just didn't understand it. It's okay. Wasn't ready. I was ready now. And it's still early. Clint Nauta. What's up, Clint Nauta? My guy. Jumping in late, but better late than never, my brother. Ooh, I missed some of these comments over here. Kirk, if I go to Sazerac House and name drop Matt Moscone, will I get a discount? Depends who's working. Loved how this turned into a crypto conversation, nerd alert. Hey man, if you think this is a nerd conversation, okay. This is I'm trying to take care of my family forever conversation. I'm trying to make sure that my son has everything he will ever need to be everything he can ever be conversation. Grant Wallace, how many of you invested in? Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Polkadot, and a few other smaller projects. So I'm diversifying even more, but the bulk of my investment is in Bitcoin and Ethereum right now because we're in the middle of a bull run that's going to run through September, October. And while there might be larger opportunity with other projects right now, there is an incredible opportunity. Just by comparison, there's incredible opportunity with those two, and it's a certainty. All right, Steve Menard. What's up, Steve Menard? Late to the party. If I buy one of these, could they ship it to me in Dallas, or would it need to be picked up locally? Same question for the raffle one. Great question, Steve. I actually don't know the answer to that. It's worth maybe giving them a call to see, because I don't know. But I'll find out for you. That's how we see. Message me, remind me. I'll find out for you, dude. Oh, Clint. Thank you, Clint. So Clint would know. So good. They can ship it to you. That's fantastic news. At Gilla for trivia, seeing the feed. Thanks for the pub and screw cancer bottle. Yes, indeed. For those who are just, well, I think everybody by now knows, but Bourbon Society, Baton Rouge, their screw cancer barrel pick in conjunction with Sugarfield Spirits. Link pinned on Facebook, posted on YouTube, and if you can't buy the bottle, at least buy some raffle tickets, $15 a piece. Leukemia and Lymphoma Society of Louisiana, and give yourself a chance to win some great bottles. Okay. All right, y'all. All right. Cliff Nelson, my guy. Mother-in-law lives in Prairieville. We'll ask her tomorrow. My guy. I worry about the negative 4% dip, stuff like today. It took late, but I'm gonna ride this train. Lane, here's what I would tell you. There's a difference between volatility and risk. A roller coaster is volatile. You have ups and downs and twists and turns. But you know where it's going to end. That's crypto. It's volatile, but you know where it's going to end. Do your research. I gotta go. Y'all have a great night. Much love. Peace.